we'll move on to our 11 o'clock presenters. We have Wisconsin Credit Union, Royal Credit Union, Prevea Health, Synergy, Retirement Planning Services, and American Lutheran Communities. So we do have a good full hour here. And I am hoping that we are able to get everybody on here with technology issues. If you do run into any challenges, please don't hesitate to open up the chat box. We do have that available. Everyone is muted when you join the room, but you can unmute yourself if you're not familiar with Zoom on the bottom left hand of your screen on the little microphone. And we will just go ahead and dive right in and get started here with Wisconsin Credit Union. If we'd like to hear from the representatives, it looks like we have Sarah for sure. And Sarah, do you have anybody else joining you today?
Yes, thank you, Ashley. Very happy to be here, first of all. Joining with me today is Jenny Rathke, who is our Vice President of Member Advocacy. The two of us are going to tag team to share a little bit about Wisconsin, some of the opportunities that are available within our organization. I'm actually going to begin by inviting Jenny. She's going to start by giving the audience a little background about Wisconsin, who we are, and how we serve our communities. So Jenny, would you like to share?
Yeah, thank you very much for that intro, Sarah. And as Sarah mentioned, very excited to be here today. Thank you for inviting me to do so. Wisconsin Credit Union, we've been in the community since 1939, started out as a farmers co-op all those years ago, and through growth and expansion, been renamed, as you know us today, as Wisconsin Credit Union, but we currently serve 17 counties within west central Wisconsin, as well as 9 counties in Minnesota. Although we don't have any physical brick and mortar locations in Minnesota, we are happy to be able to offer our services to some of our friends to the west. So we do have 15 retail office locations, 3 of which are in Menominee. That also houses our call center, our administrative operations, the mortgage department, business, title, and investment services. So a vast opportunity and lots of different areas to consider within the city of Menominee. A little bit more about the background of Wisconsin Credit Union, though. Our social purpose as a credit union is to help people. People helping people is kind of our philosophy and motto. We take very seriously financial education, the empowerment of our members to help them make good financial decisions, set themselves up for lifestyles that they can enjoy and both that and sustain them. So we take very seriously the advocating of our members, working to support the communities that we serve, also through not only donations, but volunteerism, and again, that financial education piece. Volunteerism is something that is very, very prevalent for us in the communities that we serve. I've been with the company for close to 4 years now, and I can tell you that the word volunteerism at first kind of strikes you as well, how am I going to fit that in? But really, honestly, just about everybody within the organization loves being a part of that, and it is something that everyone is pretty passionate about, and doesn't seem like work, which is pretty great. I'm going to flip it over to Sarah. She's going to talk a little bit more about the diverse roles that we have to offer.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. So Jenny sort of alluded to it when she mentioned our offices in Menominee and some of the departments that we house. We have so many diverse positions within the credit union, and I think that's one of the joys of working for the organization, is that we serve in so many different capacities. We consider ourselves either member-facing areas, or we have the non-member-facing support teams. In terms of member-facing, oftentimes this is probably the most common roles that we see available on a frequent basis, and those are positions that serve out in our offices. They sit down, they actually serve our members front line. People who serve in these roles are typically very compassionate individuals. They have a deep-rooted value of service, which usually is what compels them to apply with us because of our care and compassion for the community. Office positions can vary from anywhere from a teller to a position that might be opening new accounts. There's consumer lending aspect, there's mortgage lending, business lending. We also have a couple very unique departments within our organization, it's title services and our investment advisor team. Those get into a little bit more in-depth one-on-one conversations with our members about their investment needs. In terms of support, though, this is where we see probably the highest amount of diversity through the organization. Is we are regularly looking for individuals who can fill roles in positions like marketing, accounting, we have HR and training, IT, security, online services, just several things that are either very socially skill-based or technology skill-based. And so that's one of the, in my opinion, one of the unique things about us is that we can serve many, many interests among those who are looking for roles in the community. Current positions that are open, just to give you kind of an idea, if you are thinking, well, could this be an opportunity for me? We do have one role that's open in Menominee right now. It's a limited dealer loan processor that would be located at our Menominee location. Outside of that, we have positions like MSR teller or tellers that are available right now in our Eau Claire, New Richmond, and River Falls areas. These positions, though, I will say they come open not on a high frequent basis, but definitely these positions are available more often than not. So we do encourage everybody to visit our website on a regular basis to see what we have available and take some interest in it if this sounds like it might be a position for you. So Jenny's going to share a little bit more about what makes WESTconsin very unique both to our communities and to our membership.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. WESTconsin Credit Union is a not-for-profit, so that is one way we are unique. But we are also not owned by any one entity. We are owned by our members. Each member that we have has a share and a stock in the say of the governing, which we are governed by our board of directors, who is voted on by our membership base. Members are eligible to be members with us based on some criteria, namely the biggest one being kind of where they are geographically, so living or working or going to school within one of our areas of membership eligibility. Member experience, we take very seriously the feedback from both our internal team members, so our employees, as well as our members. We have committees in place that frequently meet to keep their thumb on the pulse of things that we're being told and shared information-wise from each of those sectors. So that helps us kind of set us up for success and making sure that we're staying relevant. As Sarah mentioned, we have certain positions available. There are a plethora of them, but we also like to make sure that we're staying in tune with the workforce needs and the needs of our employees as well. We also survey our members, so based on the services that they receive, as well as their overall relationship with us, which I think is a really great, unique thing that we like to keep tabs on. Not only, how did that transaction work out for you today within one of our office settings, but how do you feel about us as a whole? And that has proven to share some really unique information with us that we can take then in turn and turn into some really great workplace opportunities, and as well for our members to be a part of. We're a highly collaborative organization. Sarah touched on, the different areas and types of positions that we have. It truly is a collaborative effort on everyone's part. Again, being with the company for 4 years, I can share very steadfastly that we input a lot of time and energy into making sure that all stays of the highest quality, and we have a CEO that takes that very seriously as well. So the collaboration between departments is truly a breath of fresh air, and I think we do a really good job of that at WESTconsin. So Sarah's going to touch a little bit more about our products and services and kind of how we all work together and why.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. So that collaboration that Jenny was just referring to, what that really results in is not only an exceptional workplace environment for our team members who are with us, but often it allows us to take a really long, hard look at our products and services and how we are best serving the members based on what they're telling us they need. Some of the services that we offer are the common, I guess, more traditional things that you would expect to see within a financial institution. That could be everything from deposit type of accounts to checking, online services, your consumer loans, business loans, credit cards, those items. Earlier I had mentioned that we have two unique branches, if you want to call them that, of the credit union. That's our title services and our investment advisor services that help members in a very unique way. The most important thing, though, about all of our service, whether it's to our internal members or our external members, is how they feel when they walk away from us, whether it's engaging with a product or engaging with us as a team. And at the root of that feeling, we're always keeping in mind the well-being, financial well-being and emotional well-being of all of those who join us, whether you are joining as a member externally or an internal team member. Furthermore, I just wanted to expand a little bit on, just very quickly, on a couple of the key benefits that employees tend to really enjoy here at WESTconsin, just so you get an idea of what we have to offer. One of the first and foremost things that pops out to most of our new team members that come on board is the pretty exceptional 401k plan that we have to help invest in our futures. Our board is very team member oriented. They want to make sure that we're well cared for throughout our career and into our retirement years. So they've set us up very nicely in that area. We also have a phenomenal health and dental plan that we offer. We offer that to all positions within the credit union, full-time or part-time. There's additional items such as HSA accounts, where it helps you kind of ease the burden of some of the health costs that are out there today. And then just to throw in a couple extra ones that we tend to brag about a little bit is we do have a really neat team bonus plan that we get to take advantage of a little bit of extra income at the end of each of our goal period. Not substantial by any means, but it's actually a very fun thing to get involved with. From an employee standpoint, though, if you're really thinking about where do I want to work and what's important to me, we understand that your development within your career is usually quite important. And so we do offer career planning with our team members. We sit down and we path them out to say, where do you want to go and how can we help you get there? There's also an education reimbursement that we provide to those who want to continue on. And very unique this year that we introduced was a program called our Aspiring Leaders Program, where individuals who are working with us, if they show or express interest in becoming a leader within the credit union, they can take part in this program, learn a little bit more, take a deeper dive, get into items like project management, and further education from a leadership standpoint. So all very, very unique benefits, we think, at WESTconsin. And we hope that as you're looking at considering, where your career wants to go and what you're looking to do in your future, we hope that you'll consider us, just taking a peek at us, because we are pretty special in our opinion. So.
Great. Thank you, Sarah and Jenny. A lot of valuable information about WESTconsin Credit Union. And as you've probably seen, if you are in the Menominee and Eau Claire area, you're seeing WESTconsin Credit Unions in different areas of town, and there are multiple locations, so lots of opportunities out there. And I appreciate you speaking to the multitude of opportunities. Many people, when they think of a bank, they think of just banking, tellers, and you don't necessarily think of the customer service and the IT and different options that are available. So thank you again for that, and for representing WESTconsin Credit Union. We are going to follow on the trend that we're holding questions until the end of the session. However, we are going to another financial institution to present next. So Joe, I believe that you are here with with Royal Credit Union, and the floor is yours, so you're welcome to get started. Oh, Joe, I don't think we can hear you. There we go.
All right, can you hear me now?
hear you now. Thanks, Joe.
All right, thanks for unmuting me. But thanks for the opportunity to speak today a little bit about Royal, about the career opportunities we have here, and yeah, great presentation by WESTconsin and the ladies there. You're going to hear a lot of the same things coming from Royal Credit Union, obviously in the same financial space, believing in the same things. But a little bit just to start out with me. So Joe Underwood, Organizational Talent Advisor here at Royal, responsible for recruiting efforts, team member relations type things, performance management, you know, those types of things in the quote unquote HR world, human resources for those that are unfamiliar with HR. But so been with Royal for 6.5 years, been in the recruiting space for over 13 years, really passionate about finding, you know, high impact talent and aligning that talent with potential career opportunities with Royal Credit Union. So a little bit about Royal. So who the heck is Royal? What do we do? Where are we at? So we started, we were created in 1964 out of Eau Claire, the Uniroyal Tire Company, and served the employees there. And really have just grown and by leaps and bounds over the years, 50 plus years. You know, we're 200,000 members strong and continuing to grow. We have 23 physical locations in Western Wisconsin and Eastern Minnesota. So we do have physical locations over in the Minnesota Metro, into Hudson and St. Croix Valley here in Wisconsin. We have over 600 team members that work across those locations. Our corporate center is in Eau Claire, so a short distance over to the east here, with approximately 300 team members in that location. You can see a picture of it behind me here, thanks to Zoom's virtual background ability. Wanted to showcase that. But yeah, at the core of it, Royal has great rates, great value proposition, and it's an organization that is truly laser focused on our core purpose and core values. So you look at the core purpose, it's to create a positive impact in the lives we touch, followed by those core values. And you know, you see a lot of core values and core purposes, you know, spread throughout different organizations, put on walls, put in posters and things like that. But what's a little bit different is that, you know, Royal truly does use these core values to drive business decisions. And I think that's something special. And it's very rare that a situation that arises, you know, doesn't come back to, you know, what is the right thing to do for this particular member in this particular situation. So we definitely use those values to guide the business decisions and things that are discussed internally as well as externally at Royal. You're going to see those come back to the core values. And I think that's really special. So that kind of focus on core purpose and core values really shapes the culture at Royal. And so our team members, you know, I can speak a little bit to my experience with Royal. I remember my first interview, you know, my leaders looked at me and said, "Hey, Joe, we have no doubt that you're going to be able to come into Royal and recruit and do the HR function for the organization. But, you know, we do things a little bit differently here at Royal." And I thought, you know, recruiting is recruiting. You find people that have knowledge, skill, and ability and experience in whatever role you're looking to hire, and you hire that person. And they said, "Joe, you know, we do things a little bit differently. We actually hire based on our core values and the alignment with the core values first. And we can train anybody to do anything for the organization, but you have to be aligned with our core values to really enjoy working here and be successful here." And I was a little hesitant right away. I was like, I don't know, you know, if that's really going to work or not. You know, find friendly, nice, and respectful people and really drive the organization forward. But 6.5 years later, I seriously sit here and it's really unbelievable. You find people that are aligned with the core values. They're going to come in, they're going to love working, they're going to go the extra mile to make that difference. And really our goal is to be better today than we were yesterday. And I think those values drive the really special culture that we have here. So within the culture, you know, I think one of the big things is transparency. There's absolutely incredible transparency across the organization. I know WESTconsin spoke to collaboration and really, you know, working together to be better. That's true at Royal too. You know, coming across, collaborating together as a team, as a unit, listening to feedback from our team members, from our members, all of those things are important to truly driving the organization forward successfully and ultimately making that positive impact and giving our members really what they need and what they're asking for. Speaking a little bit more on culture, we have a great, total rewards program that goes beyond just really competitive wages. We have a strong benefit package, throughout from start to finish. Those benefits are available to part-time and full-time team members, and really upon hire. So when you start with Royal, a lot of those benefits you become eligible for on day one. Speaking on development opportunities, we are big promoters of, growing our own talent. So I think that separates us from other employers as well. I think, you can go back to, you can buy the talent, you can borrow the talent, or you can grow, your talent. And Royal has really focused the last, I would say 5 years on truly developing programs that are going to grow our own team members and talent. So WESTconsin spoke to having that career planning and, identifying where their team members want to go with their career. Royal has the same philosophy there, is really understanding what our team members want to do and really giving them the tools to be successful to get there and providing those opportunities throughout the organization. So when I look at, we have member-facing and non-member-facing positions. One thing that Royal has focused on, I would say, again, over the past 5 years is developing different levels to promote within different positions and departments. So you'll see our member account representative position is truly that frontline, team member that can either do teller transactions, open new accounts, do consumer loans, those types of things. Those are the people you see in our branches. We have different levels for them to continue to grow and show proficiency in different things, and they earn promotions along the way within that same job category. They don't have to relocate to a different location. It's truly just showing proficiency and being successful in the role, really driving your own promotion. So that's an example of an area where Royal has gotten really good at, developing continuous learning within different positions within the credit union to allow for that growth, allow for that promotion, to continue to be an expert in that area that you have a passion for. And that also allows kind of lateral movement across the organization as well. So if you have your sights set on a different area, completely different area within the credit union, we have those opportunities as well. Speaking to leadership opportunities a little bit, again, growing and promoting from within is a huge focus for Royal. We truly have spent a couple of years defining our leadership development program, into different areas of leadership. It's, there's a course on, do you want to be a leader or not? Do you want to dip your toes in the water of leadership without really knowing if you want to be a leader or not? We have a course for that. And then a couple of courses that truly are focused on making you successful as a leader throughout the organization. So definitely a focus on leadership development and things that are going to continue to build our amazing leaders within the organization and allowing for that growth and development of our team members. You spoke a little bit on career opportunities, but you can view them all at www.rcu.org/careers. You can see a lot of cool videos, team member testimonials, those types of things. Speaking to our entry-level positions, again, that member account rep position is definitely a member-facing entry-level position. We also have member service representatives. Those are the folks in our inbound call center at our corporate center here in Eau Claire. And then member lending specialist, that would be another entry-level position. And there's a lot of senior and management level positions throughout the organization as well. Again, focusing on promoting from within, we definitely take a look at that entry-level talent pool of team members and focus on growing and developing those team members into those mid to senior level positions throughout the organization. Not to say that we don't hire those positions externally, but we're going to take a look internally first to see if there's any talent there that we can promote, throughout the organization into those roles. So that is really kind of it. I'll kick it back to you guys, and we'll move on to the next presenter. But again, appreciate the time and can't wait for the question and answer session.
Thank you, Joe. I think that you'll find with both RCU and WESTconsin Credit Union, both presentations had a strong focus on culture and fit, and really making sure that it's a valuable experience for you as an employee. So definitely more questions for that during our question and answer section. Thank you both for your presentation and for the information. We will move along here with Prevea Health. And I believe that we have Jesse on with us from Prevea. Jesse, I will go ahead and pass the floor over to you.
Great, thank you so much, and thanks for having me. I'm going to try to share my screen here. My camera is not working, so hopefully at least my presentation, and you can hear me, will work well enough. So here we go. Ashley, can you give me a thumbs up?
We can see you, we can hear you.
You see my presentation?
Yep.
All right, very good. So a little bit of a shift from kind of financial organizations to healthcare that I'm excited to talk with you quite a bit. But I'm going to start my stopwatch here so that I definitely stay within my 8 minutes that I have to stay on track. I will need to jump off the call a little bit before noon, so if there's questions that I'm not able to stick around from, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Here is my contact information. Again, my name is Jessie Pondell. I'm the student coordinator for Prevea Health, which means that I oversee everything students. That means kind of K-12 education and connections with high schools, all the way up to medical students who might be rotating with us at Prevea and trying to communicate to them about Prevea Health as well. So there's my direct contact information. It's also on our website, that same picture and contact information. We have a web page designed just for students, so you can search student opportunities on our website, and it'll give you all my contact information as well as opportunities for students to get involved with Prevea Health. A little bit about our organization. One thing of interest that you'll notice about Prevea is that we are a clinic-only healthcare system. So you won't see Prevea Health hospitals, but you will see a lot of urgent cares, a lot of family medicine clinics, and especially in the Menominee, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls area. I feel like in that area, every time I turn a corner, there's a brand new Prevea Health building because there's been such a need and such a welcome from your communities for our healthcare organization. So our mission is to take care of people with passion, pride, and respect. But what I really love about Prevea Health, and what I think isn't just a statement, but what we embody, is our vision. And that's the best place to get care, and it's the best place to give care. Why I think that's so meaningful is I think any healthcare organization will say that their mission or their vision is to give the best care. Of course, that's why everybody's in healthcare, is to help our patients and give them care. But you'll notice in our vision statement, equally as important is the best place to give care. And what that means really is our focus on our team, what we call our family members, to make sure that you are having a great experience as an employee and that it truly is the best place that you could choose to give patients care. Because you cannot give patients great care unless your team members, your family, love what they're doing and love the environment that they're working in. So Prevea Health, we have over 80 locations in Wisconsin. We employ over 200 providers, so those are physicians and nurse practitioners and physician's assistants, but we have over 2,000 employees, and that is just in the state of Wisconsin. We have over 60 specialties within the medical field. And you can see from this map here, this is our Western Wisconsin location. Definitely our highest growth area in Western Wisconsin. As I said, you're not going to see a Prevea hospital, so we have strategic partnerships with other healthcare organizations. The HSHS hospitals are our hospital partners. So St. Joseph Hospital in Chippewa Falls and Sacred Heart in Eau Claire are our hospital partners. Something else, that's different, we're clinic only, we're also physician owned. So in terms of culture of healthcare organizations, when you're working in our clinics, because we're physician owned, there's a different kind of engagement, and that our physicians are really focused on their staff and on the patient experience that they're going to have. I thought I'd focus a little bit, I think I'm the only healthcare organization, so I thought I'd focus a few minutes just on some education about healthcare careers for those of you who are still exploring what areas you might want to transition for a career or continue your education. So one of my favorite questions to ask groups is, what percentage of Prevea employees do you think are physicians? You paid attention to an earlier slide, you can do some quick math, you can probably come up with it, but usually what I hear from people is they think about half of our workforce are physicians, and that's really the majority of people that we employ, but that's absolutely not the case. Only 11% of Prevea employees are physicians. Another 12% are advanced practice providers, so those are nurse practitioners and physician assistants who can serve as primary care providers. 12% are registered nurses, 16% are 2-year nurses, LPNs, or medical assistants. Those are the people that are taking your temperature, weighing you, taking your vitals, getting you ready before the provider comes in. But really importantly is that 49% of our workforce are what we consider other. So these are usually non-patient facing roles. There are accountants, there are IT people, they're human resources, they are quality assurance metrics people. And so even though we're a healthcare organization, almost half of our employees would be considered, non-healthcare. I challenge people to think no matter what career path or degrees or technical skills you have, I could probably come up with a role at Prevea that would meet that. So just because we're a healthcare organization, if you're thinking like, well, I'm not a healthcare professional, that doesn't matter. We probably have opportunities at Prevea. Fastest careers in healthcare: registered nurse, nurse practitioner, home health aide, physician assistant, dental hygienist, optometrist, PT assistant, and EMT paramedic. So if you're thinking about a career in healthcare and you're not sure where to go, there's a lot that are growing, and those are some examples of the fastest growing healthcare careers. Some tips that I would have for career exploration are getting some direct patient care. If you think you want to be a doctor or a nurse, there's a lot of time and effort that you're going to be putting into that. So make sure that you like the environment of a clinic or healthcare. If you're in high school, there are positions in healthcare that you can work. The CNA, which is the nursing assistant, a lot of times in long-term care facilities or hospitals, you can get that role. Dietary aides, where you're working on the food side, delivering trays to rooms. Those are all great experiences to get to know if healthcare is an area that you want to be in. Shadowing is a great opportunity. Prevea does require students need to be at least 18 years old to shadow, and unfortunately right now, because of COVID, we are not allowing shadowing in our clinics, just for your safety and our staff and patient safety. But I'm hoping that by the end of summer, we'll be able to open back up shadowing. And again, if you go to our website, there's information on our shadowing process and how to request that. Those come directly to me, so I can help match you up with the most appropriate shadowing. From a current position at Prevea right now, that is our website that will always list all of our positions. We do currently have 11 openings in Western Wisconsin, and this is a little bit lower than usual because of the COVID situation. We're not recruiting quite as much as we usually do, but we still, even in this situation, have 11 openings in Western Wisconsin. One position I wanted to point out, which is a great entry-level position into healthcare and in our organization, is the patient patient service representative. Those are the people who are at the front desk that check you in, but they do so much more than that. They're scheduling appointments. They understand everything about insurance and billing to help you with that. And it's a great first step. It doesn't require any advanced education besides a high school diploma or equivalent. So that is a great position to look at as well. In addition, we're really focused on growing our employees. So if you're a student and you're doing a rotation with us, we're going to talk to you about transitioning into a full-time position. Right now, for example, we have a medical assistant program. So any of our current employees, we will pay for them to enroll in a cohort of medical assistant students that we have. So we currently have 20 of our current employees who at no cost to them are getting their medical assistant degree through the technical college as well. So that's a little bit about Prevea. My 8 minutes are up. We have a lot of opportunities, as I said, on our website, and we host over 250 students a year through rotations and internships, as well as about another 200 for day-long shadowing opportunities.
Thank you so much for that information. Definitely, again, helpful to see on the spectrum the wide array of positions that are available. I do like that you pointed out that when you think of healthcare or medical, people instantly seem to go to the idea of a physician, and that's not always the case. There are many other positions out there that probably far outweigh how many physician positions are out there. So we definitely do appreciate that, Jesse. And in our trend here, we are going to hold off until the end with questions, but please do stick around. Jenny, wait, Jenny, you were leaving early. Were there any questions specifically for Prevea for Jesse? No questions from the audience, but Jesse, I do have one. With the array of positions, you said that you do have some entry-level positions. Can you talk with us and just maybe provide an enhanced explanation of the degrees that you do hire for? It looks like, I know with like ultrasound or radiology, there are some technical degrees that you can get as well versus a 4-year degree. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So many opportunities at a different level of education, certification, and so many of them are great step programs too, where you can come in at a lower level and then continue to develop your skills while you're employed with Prevea, and then certainly get some of that tuition paid for by Prevea as well through our tuition assistance program. So like I said, that PSR, the patient service representative, is a great entry-level position that doesn't require anything beyond a high school diploma or equivalent. And then, you know, we have a lot of technical programs that are anywhere from a few months to a few years. And then of course, all the way up to, you know, probably our neurosurgeons have the most education in terms of undergrad, medical school, multiple fellowships. And so we definitely run the spectrum there.
Fantastic. Thank you for that explanation. If there are no additional questions for Jesse, we will go ahead and get started with Synergy Retirement Planning Strategies. And we have John with us with Synergy. John, if you'd like to go ahead and take the floor, we'll get started.
Thanks, Ashley. Everything working? You can hear me? Yes, all right, awesome. Well, I apologize in advance if this is my first time in any type of career fair or presenting of this nature. So if it'll be definitely different than everyone else I'm sure that you've heard from today, but I will do my best. And I'm sure it will probably definitely be under 8 minutes. But a little background on myself. I graduated from Stout, originally from Ladysmith. My wife, Rochelle, is from Menominee. We've been married for about 11 years. 5 kids live right here in town in Cedar Falls. I started as a financial advisor planner right out of college. So I've been doing this for a little over 15 years. And when I say that out loud, it's kind of hard to believe that it's been 15 years. I've been in Menominee the whole time with that. And there's different ways that you can help people and at work. So I'll kind of talk about that. And there's a couple different roles being in like financial planner, advisor, and also support staff, both crucial to the overall success of an office, even if one may be sometimes more behind the scenes. But we help guide individuals and families to their desired future. And then we have some of the stuff online of how we help people walk through the specific process and what our specific areas are. So us as an example, we have the ability to help anyone, but we do our best work with individuals that are within about 5 to 10 years of retirement, either prior to or already in retirement. And this allows us specifically to draw from our expertise in areas as retirement income planning, strategizing when and how to receive Social Security benefits, maximizing pension benefits, and maybe seeing how charitable giving fits into the overall plan. Our office specifically, we also have a passion for serving veterans and nonprofit organizations. So it's our way of saying thank you for their service to our country and our communities. We provide a discount on all of our services to veterans and nonprofits. So those are some things that are specific to us. We've heard from a lot of great organizations of mission, vision, values. We have that. I don't, have it up and all over the place. I probably should do that, maybe even revisit a little bit. But that's kind of our core of how we're able to help people. There's us specifically, there's kind of 3 overall ways, and even generically, if you're looking at a career in financial planning or advising, 3 different ways that most of the time you're going to be able to assist people. One is just overall financial planning. Now that's one of our areas of expertise. We just changed our name this year, rebranded to Synergy Retirement Planning Strategies. This is one of the main areas that we help people. And take them from A to Z, holistic plan of where are they at today, where do they want to be in the future. Most people, it's on retirement that they're wanting to see, are they on track? Are there places that they can make some improvements, adjustments, whether it's how they're saving, how they're allocated, they're within a few years of retirement. Are they ready to go? When should we help them take that retirement? Things of that nature. There's many ways that you can do that. So we do a fee-only objective financial plan. So they're not required to do anything with us. They can take the information that we provide, and they can utilize what we recommend, but they can do it on their own or anywhere else. So we just do a flat fee for that. Some people do it hourly, and many times on a follow-up consultation, we may do it that way. There's also a subscription where someone might just pay $100 a month for overall financial planning. We've thought of that as well. At this point, we haven't implemented it, but that may be something we do in the future. Another way that you can assist people in the financial planning and advising world is investment management. The way that we do it most often is similar to a 401k, where we manage it for a fee. That fee is based on the size of the investments. And so that allows us more flexibility and the clients more flexibility, a much broader range of investment options. But, that's not always the right thing for everyone. There are also some solutions that might be more product focused for there's a specific need that someone wants. Maybe they want to create their own type of a pension or guaranteed income. There are certain products that meet those needs and can help provide that, guaranteed income, or maybe it's a death benefit. My dad is an example. He set something up that when he passes away, whatever he started with in the account, even if the value is less, my mom will get at least what he started with. So certain people are going to have different needs. There's no one broad stroke that's going to cover everybody, which is one of the really fun things about what I do every day is everybody's going to be different, even if they're similar. So helping them find the nuances of how can we help tailor their specific situation to really maximize everything for them. Another area that, many times you'll help out is in insurance. And a lot of people start here. Maybe it's insurance only, whether it's life insurance, long-term care, disability, Medicare supplement advantage plans for those over 65. I would say the majority of people probably start off in the life insurance arena, which is very important, helping protect people in the event of an unforeseen death, making sure that their family is protected and taken care of from an income replacing perspective, paying off debts, things of that nature. In the overall world, there's a captive versus an independent. So if you're looking at that, there's many companies that they only allow you to offer their specific products and services. That's what we would call a captive agent or advisor versus an independent. So we as a firm are independent. We have access to really anything that's out there. Allows us much more flexibility as how we can help our clients. There's also what we call a fiduciary standard. So fiduciary means we're required to act in our client's best interest. At this point, there's also a suitability or a suitable interest standard. At the end of the month, there's some laws, which for those of us that already operate in a fiduciary capacity, it just means we have more paperwork that we get to provide our clients. But there will be what we call a regulation best interest, or Reg BI. You may be hearing about that if you work with someone specifically, or maybe just in the news, where everyone will now be required to act in client's best interest. You would think that would just be common sense and you would do that, but unfortunately it's not always so. Then they get to make laws and make it harder for everybody else. So, but those are different focuses that you might be looking at. In this world, I mean, things are changing all the time. It's been a roller coaster over the last 3.5, 4 months for sure, in the COVID-19 environment and the overall financial markets. So we're continually learning. We have required CE. There's 24 hours on the specific insurance, and I'm a certified financial planner. A slew of other designations that nobody knows what they mean, but that's all right. So we have 30 hours that are required for that as well. One thing for anyone that's looking in this industry, it's good when you're starting out to learn many different areas and really find what you enjoy. And maybe then hone in over time to a specific area. One, it will probably bring you more joy of how you can help people in that specific area. Once again, our main focus is overall financial planning. It also helps you differentiate yourself from others. So there's not a ton of advisors in the area that provide overall fee-based financial planning. So that's one way that we can differentiate ourselves from others. Not that we're any better or worse than the others, it's just a differentiation. So, and I also recommend, if you're getting in the industry, have an abundance mentality. You know, in the Menominee area alone, there is probably 10 to 15 different, financial advisors or planners. But there's plenty of people that we can help. I've seen in the industry, sometimes people get worried that someone's trying to steal their clients or something else. There's plenty of people that we can help. So you never need to get in the mindset that, there's only a limited number of people. In 15 years, I've never run out of people to be able to help. So, from a client-facing perspective, I'm the one that meets with the clients and helps, develop the plans, helps find solutions, and actually manage the investments as well. There's a team of 8 of us that we do that. So we do a lot of that part of it. We also have support staff, and they are equally, if not more important than what I do. Office manager, business administrator, they all have different titles, but they do a fantastic job supporting the advisors and also being kind of the first interaction with a client, right? So when someone comes into the office, they're the first person that they see. So it's important, if maybe that's the role that you're looking for, that, maybe more of a upbeat personality, happy, right, to be able to greet people. They're very good they tailor the client experience to maybe that specific client. Here in our office, every client that comes in or prospect, we have a welcome sign that is tailored to them, whether in pictures and their name. And we have some clients that every time they leave, they take it. I don't know if they have a wall that has all kinds of signs that say welcome with their name on them or what they do, but People enjoy things like that. Maybe it's just a specific beverage or maybe a snack that they enjoy. So trying to do the little things of how we can provide extra, positive experience for our clients. They also do a lot of the day-to-day things that ensures the office runs smoothly. Helping clients with updating maybe their beneficiaries, or they need money to take out or contribute, move their money from one account to another. I know they help keep me on task and schedule, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because sometimes I can get off task and not always do that. So they're very good at assisting with that. A lot of marketing. So in today's world, social media, websites, making sure that we're trying to stay relevant and providing good content for our clients. Correspondence, we send out a monthly newsletter, so making sure that everything is ready to go from that. Could be emails, timely updates. We've been doing a lot more client correspondence over the last 4 months than we have normally, just because of the changing environment. Even making phone calls. And another one, scheduling events. Obviously, with the last few months, we haven't been able to have in-person events, but can be seminars, workshops. So now we're trying to adapt and maybe do more virtual, or like a Zoom workshop, webinar type of environment, and even fun events. We try to have at least one, maybe 2 of those a year. Once again, at this point, we haven't been able to do those this year. It could just be a picnic, cookout, maybe a small group hops on a boat and goes for a cruise or something. So there's a lot of different things that you can do if you really enjoy maybe this area, but you don't want to be the one that's physically assisting the clients with their overall needs. There's a lot of things inside the office that you can do and really still be able to provide guidance and assistance. So I think that was under 8 minutes, Ashley, and hopefully that was coherent.
No, thank you, John, for sharing that. And one of the running themes I know personally from working with you, as well as, your discussion now, is that your position also offers some flexibility where you can be involved in the community and, work around the schedules of your clients and really focus on that customer interaction too. So I know Synergy is like all of our companies, is a great company and local, and, John does a really great job in making everything very client focused. So thank you, John, for that information. We're going to continue again with our trend of holding questions until the end. So please do hold your questions. We have one more presenter here to close out our hour before the questions section, and that is American Lutheran Communities. And I believe we have Angela with us. Angela, if you could fill us in on what American Lutheran has available for positions and talk a little bit about your workforce here to close us out, it would be appreciated. And Angela, can you hear us okay? Today is a running theme of technology. Let's see here. Angela. Can we hear you okay, Angela? Can you hear me? We don't seem to be able to connect with Angela just yet. Angela, if for some reason you can.
Hello.
There we go. Perfect. Angela.
Yay!
Thank you. I'm so glad that we can hear. It looks like you have your presentation on the screen, so the floor is yours for a few minutes here.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So mine is extremely brief. I kind of missed a deadline here, so I just have this one pager up, but just kind of a brief thing. So American Lutheran Communities. So first of all, my name's Angela. I'm with the HR department over here, and we have both American Lutheran Communities and actually Grace Lutheran Communities. American Lutheran Communities encompasses both of our skilled nursing facilities in both Menominee and Mondovi. And then we also have attached onto those facilities, we actually have some CBRFs or assisted living facilities, Autumn Village being one, which is the one connected to Menominee. And then we also have Hillview, which is another assisted living in Mondovi as well. We have several just with kind of over the organization, several skilled nursing facilities, several assisted living. We have, we even do childcare, we do adult day services, and rehabilitation. So kind of a little bit of everything, kind of from the beginning to ending stages of a person's life. So what I have pictured here is just really brief, because I know I only had a couple quick minutes here. I just have a kind of a screenshot of our benefits. So we definitely offer a lot of benefits here, you know, along with, you know, so PTO, medical, you name it for insurance-wise, our retirement match, which is 100% invested right away. After 1 year, we start that match up to 4%. We offer that health savings account, which is just great. And then something new that we started that you see on here is actually Pay Active, which we actually just most recently started a couple months ago and has been a huge success. We've really kind of shifted our culture and our vision to be a lot of people first. So we're trying to come up with, you know, new ideas and new things that we can do to really focus on our current employees, along with, you know, new employees coming in. So for both recruitment and retention wise. And with Pay Active, that's a way for our employees, no matter what status you are, if it's casual, part-time, full-time, or what building you work in. We have about 12 different facilities across the area here, but it's a way for you to have access to your earned wages on demand immediately. So that's been a very, very nice benefit for those individuals to, you know, kind of try to stop those check and go loans or, you know, kind of those things with the high interest. As far as openings right now, we do have at our Menominee facility, we have full-time AM RNs, and then for our CNAs, we actually have, right now I would focus on our PMs and our knock shifts. So that's gonna be, you know, that 2 to 10:30, 11 to 7:30 shift. And then for Mondovi, we're gonna have full-time PMs and some weekends only for our CNAs. And then Autumn Village, we have openings for RAs. So what's nice with having kind of those CBRFs attached to those skilled nursing is for the RAs, that would be a resident assistant. You don't need a license for that. So this is a great opportunity for those who, you know, are maybe going into the nursing field, but don't have their certification yet, or maybe they're kind of trying to figure out their career plan and are not quite sure, you know, if they want to go into this field. This is something you don't need a license for, but still kind of gets your foot in the door and still allows you to be able to do those things as far as, you know, like direct care with residents. So yeah, I guess that's, I know I don't have much time, so I'll stop. Oh, Ashley, I think you're muted.
Technology again. Thank you. Thank you so much, Angela, for joining us. We were so glad that we were able to still get you in and talk about what American Lutheran Communities has available for positions here in our community. Once again, just an array of positions with different levels available and different licenses that you can get to enhance your career opportunities with them. So we do appreciate that. We'll take a few moments here. I know that we're a few minutes over, but we want to make sure that we're answering any questions specifically that we had. And if we still have RCU and WESTconsin Credit Union on the line, I know that we did have a question regarding high school sites for students who are not graduating and who are underage, who are looking to explore careers in the financial institution realm. I know that RCU and WESTconsin Credit Union do have school sites at various schools throughout the state. Can you speak a little bit to what those sites look like, as well as workforce opportunities for the students still in high school?
I was muted, so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yes, we do have on-site high school credit unions located here in Menominee specifically. We have one. As far as positions and availability at that particular site, that comes up on an annual basis, usually at the beginning of each school year. Students who have interest would apply through WESTconsin to actually work on site at that location. And then once they're on site at the high school location, we also integrate them into the office settings as well, with a very open, flexible schedule in that. But we like to get them the experience in both the high school credit union atmosphere, but then also pulling them into the actual office atmosphere where they can kind of grow those skills even further.
Yeah, and same holds true for Royal. Our high school locations are in Eau Claire here at Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial High Schools. And then over in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, at the Eden Prairie High School, we actually have we call it the Perch, but it's a really cool high school hangout area where high school students staff that particular location. And a couple of marketing and 4 kind of teller / new account folks that work there. Here in Eau Claire, they actually do similar to WESTconsin. They are actually part of the rotation that work out in our offices locally, so they kind of rotate through and definitely contribute to the overall success of those offices outside of the high school branches for sure.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that information. I know with the uncertainty with schooling, we're hoping that those positions come open and available this fall, but time will tell on that. Does anyone from our audience have any live questions for any of our presenters from the last hour? Again, we had WESTconsin Credit Union, Royal Credit Union, Prevea Health, Synergy Retirement Planning Strategies, and American Lutheran Communities. Okay, I'll take that as a no. We will be sharing your contact information, the presenter's contact information, both live here. Obviously, we have the presenter information in the video as well as on the replay. If you would like to receive a packet of information on all of our presenters and their contact information, please drop an email to programs@menomineechamber.org. So that's plural, programs@menomineechamber.org, and that will go to Melissa Anderson, our program manager. We also do have a scholarship opportunity available. So we are giving away a $1,000 scholarship to a student who views either the live or the replay of the Junior Chamber Career Fair. We're choosing that scholarship winner in 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to complete the application. And again, you do have to request that application from Melissa Anderson, program manager, programs@menomineechamber.org. You can also call our chamber at 715-235-9087 with any additional questions or to make those requests. And in closing here, we want to thank our sponsors again for helping make this event possible. Our premier sponsors, Cedar Falls Building Systems and Chippewa Valley Technical College and WESTconsin Credit Union, and our elite sponsors, Prevea Health and Royal Credit Union. We thank you so much for joining us here today. If you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. And thank you again to all of our presenters for sharing your wonderful workforce opportunities and teaching us about what's available, as well as some goals to set, whether you're a youth tuning into this or an adult job seeker. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day and stay well.